Hi, everyone. Welcome to the weekly school session, and this is your Teenage Dragons Taoism YouTube channel. This is your Jee Sifu right here. And yes, today we got a bunch of questions that just came in this week. So, this session, I will be answering questions from our disciples and believer list. Now, let's get a close up. Wow, we got a background upgrade right here. You can see. Nice, huh? So, very moody today, and we are going to answer this question. Now, I took a look over these things, and they do have some connections, like the different questions, they do kind of connect. So, I like that. Now, I'm going to answer in a way that is suitable for non disciples and also for disciples to listen. What do I mean? Well, if you are not yet a disciple, you want to know more. You want to know more like the deeper side of things. Get ordained, okay? Get into the lineage, and you'll be able to know more online when you ask again. Now, why don't I say it to the outsiders? Why don't I expose everything to the outsiders? It's not that I don't want to tell you. It's just that it requires a lot more things that you need to know before you actually know that. So it's not possible to like explain something super complex to you in just like 5 minutes, right? So we have limited time, and if you want to know pertaining to lineage, ask online. When you ask online, the answer can be very different. Okay, can be more juicy. Anyway, so let's get going. First one. I would like to know. No, sorry. I would like to know what happened when we sleep. What are our dream according to Taoism? I mean, the Taoism have an explanation for the dream we have at night. Okay. We don't only have an explanation for your dream at night. We have explanation for your dream anytime. Okay. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, so this is a very deep topic. I had a whole 1 hour video explaining about this thing before. I forgot where it went. Anyway, so I'm trying to condense it into a small package now, okay? First of all, your dream, okay? Your dream is formed when you group back your energy from the outside to the inside, and then when you sleep, right, your energy group back into the heart. When it goes to the heart, then it will connect to your other side of you. The other side of you, we call that your spiritual planetary body, your Yun San. Okay, so when your energy exchange with the other side, okay, you are actually in the what we call the dimension 6, which is your spiritual dimension, where your soul is. And your soul going back and forth in that process will create dreams. The more vivid dream, like the more realistic and real vivid dream it like you're more like into the deeper side of the sleep. And if you're like kind of in a very shallow dream, kind of like things are not clear and blurry, and you just forgot it. Well, you're not really deep into that. It's very hard to say, but then it's mostly about your soul energy going back to the pre-heaven side to meet up with the other side of you. In a way, you can say Taoism Taoism is kind of saying that you have like a parallel universe kind of thing like that. Okay, it's not exactly that, but you can say that it's kind of alike. Okay, so every one of you has a planet that represents you, planetary body. Okay, this thing is what gives you the energy every day. So you are like a cell phone. This thing charges you every day. Every day it gives you the battery. When you wake up, you feel like, oh, I'm awake. So if you are sleeping and you realize that, oh, my sleep is so shitty, I don't feel energized after I wake up, or I wake up feeling like I didn't slept at all, then that means your soul is not grabbing enough of that energy from the other side of you to here to replenish your body. So you're not charged up. You wake up, you feel like you didn't charge. It's like you plug your phone in, but the phone didn't charge. It's the same idea, okay? So when you wake up, you realize that, oh shit, how come it's like only 5%? Well, last night your phone didn't charge, okay? That's what happened. Oh, but I plug it in though. Well, yeah, the cable have issue, okay? So your soul act like those those power inside the cable walking back and forth, transmitting that power to you. Okay, that's a very basic baby example. So when it's going like that back and forth, okay, dream is often a message that comes from the other side to you during the process. Okay, so the dream can tell you a lot of things, but don't be afraid. Sometimes dreams are very scary. They're very negative. It's like, oh, I dream of my house being looted. Like people came in and raid everything away, you know. It feels like, wow, you wake up and it feels so much pressure on you. Like you're so, okay? Don't worry. Okay? Dreams are never to be explained or understood directly like that message. If you dream of yourself dying, it's not because you will be dying. Okay? The funny thing is, the dream is often in a opposite message, like because it's a mirror kind of thing with here. Okay? So it's blah, 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 blah. It's like here, okay, you are rich. In the dream, if you want to kind of see that here is rich, in the dream, you'll be the opposite. You'll be very poor. It's kind of like that. Okay? So if you feel like very, very worried about your dream because it has been like, oh, a lot of killing, a lot of people dying, and all that stuff is very negative. Sounds like, you know, always have nightmare. Well, don't worry. It's just a message from the other side. Okay? Your Yun Sun, your planet is talking to you, telling you some tips, some hints, some signs. Signs are things like, you see this? It means that something is going to come. It doesn't have to come. Let's say you have the sign of you might be sick soon. Okay? Let's say that. Well, if you have this dream that shows you a sign you might be sick soon, you could avoid it. Because a sign is just like, okay, I read it, I understand the message, right? But I know what's coming, I can be avoiding it. Let's say I know the virus is going to come at me like, and hit me. I saw the sign already. Virus coming. Okay, I move myself away. The virus gone. See? Dreams are sometimes messages and tips that your own planetary body is trying to tell you to help you understand what's coming, and then you can make decisions wisely. But then, you know, a lot of people don't understand it, right? So you don't understand it, then what do? You freak out, you panic, you don't know what's going on. Sometimes you see people gifting you or having sex with you in a dream. Be careful. Yeah, especially the sexual dreams, okay? Someone kissing you, touching your boobs, or someone actually get into like that sexual intercourse stage with you, you gotta be careful. Very, very, very. You know why? Very simple. If you translate to English, right? What does it mean? Well, last night I got like a dream of, you know, this person, and he is like doing this with me, and I got, okay? So, you see? You're screwed. Right? Just that simple. Well, yeah. Why is it like that though? Like, what does it mean? Well, usually, not all the time, okay? Usually, when people got attacked by another person's energy, such as evil magic, cursing, and so on, these kind of things, you'll have sexual dreams. Yeah, 9 out of 10 of the spiritual case that I handled, people who got these kind of like evil attack, the sexual dreams come all the time. So this is something that very common. Not always bad, okay? It doesn't always translate to an attack, but a lot of the time it happens like that. So as you can see right here, dreams are actually signs and things that can teach you or help you to understand more about what's coming up. Now, you don't have to really care about it, but you can care about it. How do we learn about dreams? How do we know? Do we jot down the stuff and then kind of analyze it? No, never do that. Okay, it's not going to work. If you try to decode dream by like statistic, like most of the time it's like that, then it should be like that. It never works. Okay? You need to be able to communicate with your own spiritual planetary body. And then be able to ask that planet, is it this what you mean or not? Now, how to do it? That's something that you have to cultivate in the lineage. So normal people, you can't do it, okay? But you can cultivate something with our stuff, and then you'll be able to understand how to make sure the dream is like this and that. You'll be able to decode the dreams later on when you get good at this stuff. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for you to ponder. Number 2, I would like to know a little bit more about the relationship between God, missing a word, God or deity and the disciples. Okay, very simple. Now this one, I'm trying to explain it to outsiders so outsiders can also kind of get it. Okay? Very simple. All Taoism sects look at like Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, all those temples, sects, lineage. Okay? They are all like this. There is a God, doesn't have to be the same. There is a God that connects to that someone, and that someone was like guided by this power to open the temple or lineage or sect, and then they will pass on the wisdom, the power, and the knowledge from that God to the other people in this world or in the society who want or need help. Same pattern with this lineage as well. Right? We connect to our source of power. Our gods are inside the source. Okay? So, no matter gods or deities, it's basically linked to this main source. We call them the Samlo. Okay? Let's say the name in general, Samlo. Okay? So, Samlo is actually a general name for the whole system. But the gods, like the different gods inside, there's countless amount of gods. Well, these gods pass on the stuff to us, which is on the upper level. Then our job on the upper level is to teach the lower level, like the below us. For example, I have to teach a bunch of Sifus in the lineage. So I teach the one below me, like the generation below me, which they now are the seniors of the lineage. So most of the teachings are done by them. Right? I teach them, they help me take care of the others. So the lower ones, the newbies, will be learning from these Sifu every day. So some people will think, will I like one day, get to like talk to those gods that you talk to? Not exactly the one that I talk to, but you will talk to some gods or deities one day. And it won't take so long. Okay? It won't take so long. How long? When are you going to get there? Well, when you get your altar set up, you will start to learn. It's that fast, okay? When you start your altar up, you will already learn how to talk to the local deity. And then you will be able to reach up to the higher ones later on. And eventually, you'll be able to witness a lot of different gods and deities yourself. Like even yourself communicating with them, not just like, oh, I heard my master do this and then my master do that. It's not that. You do that. In the lineage, we teach you to get there. Okay, you don't have to look at me only. Well, a long time ago, I was thinking, when will there be a disciple who can do the stuff that I do, which is so amazing, such as like soul traveling, seeing the different kind of spiritual worlds outside, and seeing the gods, and like actually learning from the other worlds, witnessing the gods. Like while you ask God for help with the food and all that, right? Who can actually see the God? Well, I can. Can I teach someone? I don't know. Back then, I don't know, right? Today, I can tell you guys this. I was shocked. Why? Why am I shocked? Because actually, it didn't take very long. And I have a bunch, not one, a bunch of disciples who can do the same as me. Wow. Yeah. Double thumbs up for myself. I don't even know why it happened. And it was amazing. Okay. And they also think it's amazing, of course. So they can also get there. It's not just like me alone. That's the fun part. I enjoy teaching people and seeing them grow to the stage where I am. I don't mind like, oh, why I spent so many years and I get there, and you spend like 2 years and you get there. It's kind of not fair, right? Well, no, I don't think like that. I like it when I see the fast track. It means that it's like I am successful, It feels so successful seeing you give birth to these disciples and they become so powerful and so successful in a short time. So to me, I am aiming to brew up a lot more elite disciples in a lineage like that. I always like to look at, is there any like potential disciple who are committed, and I will grab them in and give them special teaching. I like them growing up, and the God and deity stuff, you can do it. If you want to learn to that point, you can do it. Okay? But what is the relationship like? Very simple. Relationship is they help us. So why do they want to help us? Well, simple. They help us, we give back. We give back as in like you give back your appreciation, show them you like the help, you appreciate it, and then you help the lineage grow. They gave us the lineage, right? We help the lineage to grow. Hey, it's like your boss gives you money to work. You help the company to grow, and the boss will keep feeding you because you are very useful and can keep growing the company, right? Very simple like that. And why? The ultimate answer is why? Well, because the goal of Samlo Taoism is to bring that Samlo power, that Tao power, to this world, to purify and grab the not so good energy, the impure energy, the bad energy, and grab them back to the pre-heaven, let them cycle, so that we're kind of like, it's kind of like saying we are the recycling team for nature. There's a lot of energy stuck in this world that causes a lot of things to happen, which is not good for people. For example, the police is like always with this clogging energy. And then what happened? A lot of car accident. Well, this country always have like a lot of bad energy. What happened? Tons of disaster, tons of sickness, problems. It's just like that. Well, this school inside this room always have issue. Why? Energy is bad there. Okay, and then it cannot cycle. No one can clear that out. You guys heard of haunted hotels, haunted house, these kind of things? Okay, well, no one can deal with it. The energy keep being stuck. Our job is to help these places, the world, wherever you have a chance to bang into something like that in your life. Well, you see, it's meant to be for you to go and fix it, for you to help nature to do the work, to cycle these things, to recycle these bad energies back to the pre-heaven so that it can be neutralized again and turn into something useful again. So with being a Taoist, you're kind of like cleaning up the world. But of course, you can't be a Superman and clean up everything. So whatever your power can handle, and whatever you will be able to bang into because of something happened to you, or you just happened to be on this trip and went there and then bang into this room, like that, because you have a chance to, then you could learn how to deal with it. And that's basically why the God like us to keep learning. If you don't learn and don't improve, how can you help them do the job, right? We are helping nature. We're like a nature's worker. And that's why the God need us. The God need us to clean up nature. We need the God to help ourselves to become better and remove the problems from our lives, right? Dissolve the problem. We need God. God needs us. Okay, so we help each other. That's why. Number 3, I would like to know about Taoist meditation. I would like to learn. Okay. Ask online. Tons of stuff. Okay. Meditation. A lot of people are like, meditation is like you sit down, be quiet, shut up, and then close your eyes and sit down like that. No. Okay. When you sit down, there's like so many things you can do, but from the outside, and you look at me, it's like I'm just sitting down. But then I have a tons of different things I can do. So normal people don't understand. Then they think, oh, you sit down, you're meditating. It's not. Okay, there's a lot of things you can do when you sit down. So I don't like to like categorize the whole thing into like sit down cultivation equals like meditation. Okay, but I know what you're asking, so I try to explain a little bit. When you sit down, okay, you can do a lot of things that work with your energy body. Using the breathing patterns with the intention, guiding the energy to run in the meridian and so on. You can be healing yourself. You can be detoxing yourself. You can be doing magic to distant beam the power to someone and help them cure their sickness. Yeah, I have done that. Okay? I got on Zoom with someone and they got sick. I have to sit down and then do my thing to them, and it helped them heal right on the spot. I also helped the dog to heal, not only human. That dog was like hit by evil energy, and he got into like a sudden seizure mode, like, and then go crazy, right? The dog just flip himself around, pee himself, and panic, freak out like that. So I was on Zoom and caught that immediately. Like I was supposedly talking to the disciple, but their dog just acted up at the back, and like, whoa, what happened? And I have to use those things, distant, to beam the magic over and help the dog, and it was fixed in less than 1 minute. If you fix it by like, oh, it's okay, you might take like 30 minutes, and the dog is still like that. Okay, so that is very cool, huh? Yeah. Meditation, sit down cultivation. Sit down, we can do a lot of things. Not only like just sit down and like that. Now, what about those sit down and be quiet and shut up kind of thing, right? Yes. Okay, when you sit down, okay, you can put your hands in different position, right? And that will allow your energy body to guide the energy to different location. When you sink down the energy, okay, it helps you to like store the energy into the storage. Why do we need to do that? Now, for example, we did a big workout and we got all sweating and all that, right? Your energy is still like coming out everywhere. So your energy is not settled because during the workout, you keep pumping yourself and pump out all the energy. If you don't cool down and let the energy come back in, you will feel a very strong depletion mode. Like after a while, you feel like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so dead, like that. You don't feel regrouped. because you keep bleeding out. So if you're done after that kind of crazy workout, sit down, put your hand down, and then keep doing the breathing and special breathing method. So you learn that in class anyway. So if you guys are in the class, ask me again. So you breathe in and then you bring the energy down to your dantian again and settle it in. After you're done with that, you're not bleeding out the energy anymore, and you will feel energized after the workout instead of like, oh, I'm dying, like that. A lot of people work out, they don't cool down, they don't settle back the energy, and that's a bad thing, because when the energy is floating outside, right, and you go outside and have a walk, if it's windy, the wind can go into that energy, blend together, and when you sit down or something, go inside indoor, that energy come back into your cell and you bring that wind into your body, and that will cause you to get sick. Not only get sick, but it could even get joint pain. Like it will stuck at your joint and you might have headache, joint pain, and all that stuff. So if you do a workout, you do the proper cool down and you bring the energy back in, it's not going to have all these issues. So basically, you see, it's useful, right? Very, very cool. Okay, one more. How do we strengthen discipline the heart as disciple? Okay, there are many ways. Okay, first is study those commandments and virtues and teachings that we give out in the lineage. Meaning that you should know them and you should be aware of them and you follow them. Just knowing that they exist will not work. You need to follow them. Okay, so how do you follow them? Ask for teachings. In our monthly classes, we start like this all the time. Okay, class begin, we do the greeting, and then we will have reading the rules, and then after that, we will pick a number, lottery pick, okay, and then that number equals to one line in the whole set of rules. I will do a lecture about 25 minutes on that. If you listen to those classes all the time, you will be pretty good because you understand the rules, and not just by the surface meaning, but by the deeper meaning inside with real examples. So there are tons of things that you can absorb in the class. I can't explain them really quickly right now. So you're going to learn it in the class. Okay. Now, another thing is how to get more discipline and such. Okay. Go up the ladder in the lineage. Why? When you are a freebie initiated disciple, Tinya stage, I won't really touch you. You will be outside in the lobby of our line room, and you'll be there getting yourself used to the culture and all that. Okay, you're on your own. I won't touch you that much. When you're ordained into the Samlo stage, we will get the seniors to teach you. When you go higher and higher up the lineage, into the higher level, to the point where you become my internal disciple. That time, I teach you, okay, directly. I will be teaching you and monitoring you directly. You will be disciplined by the rules up there. We have a whole team to reinforce those rules. And you'll be disciplined because you'll be forced to. Right? Yes, I am a harsh teacher. I know. Well, there's a saying in Chinese. The more strict and harsh the Sifu is, the better the disciple is. The quality, right? I care about my disciple quality. I need them to become a real Sifu who can take on that responsibility of handling and taking care of the disciples below them. For the internal disciples, I have super high standard. And yes, I will punish them. I will penalize them. And I will give them some pain as well. And that's how people learn, right? I go the traditional way, the old school way. So yes, if you cannot take it, then it's not for you. But then, for me, okay, I would like to say, those who can withstand my real, high level teaching, they are meant to be one of those who can be a role model for the lowers, because you can withstand the real old school way of teaching, not the babysit kind of level teaching, right? That means you can take on the responsibility. And that also means what? That means that God will like you because you are one of those who can be very useful for the lineage and for the God. You can be one of those who can actually have the power to go outside and work for nature and deal with those energies out there. Well, if you cannot take on the responsibility, you can't suffer at all, and a little bit of things and you're shaken. Why do God want to give you that power to go out there and deal with things? Those are even more like scary stuff out there, and they can cause a lot more pain and suffer for you. They don't talk mercy. They will just they will tear you down. And if you cannot stand it here, well, you can't stand it out there. I like to compare how like people learn here. It's kind of like you're being a military soldier, okay? If you cannot stand your sergeant screaming at you and punishing you, well, you go out there, you get humiliated by the enemy and stuff. You're gonna die right away. You're gonna be like you're like a paper soldier, okay? Useless. So I need my senior disciple to be real warrior. Because why? You need to go out there and fight the real evil gods and real evil crap out there. And they are not going to like, oh, it's fine. And they're not going to be like that to you. They're going to play you around to the very, very, very extreme way. And if you cannot stand the harshness by my teaching, you're not qualified to do the job. Because you will kill yourself. So it is very, very serious. Okay. I have a few more questions, a bunch more, but I cannot really understand why people ask like this. So one of them asks, explain the microcosmic orbit and how it related to blah, blah, blah. That question, you can join the classes and I will be talking in the classes because it's like something that normal people even need to know. And it's too complicated to explain here in a short time. How can a Taoist deal with the people who don't respect their belief? Okay, first of all, what did they do to me first? You don't respect my belief? Like, I don't believe your stuff. Okay, go away then. But if they are like, I don't, if they like attack me, okay, they attack me, like verbally or actually like physically, right? Well, you screw me, I screw you back. Very simple, okay? I'll make sure you cannot screw me again, huh? That's why, okay? So Taoists are not coward, okay? People try to bully us, we knock them down. That's what you have to do, okay? Well, you don't like Taoists or Taoism, it's fine, okay? Just go away. I didn't bother you, right? Why are you bothering me? Well, you try to like kick my ass. Be prepared to be smashed. Okay, we Taoists can smash people, right? You want to be smashed? Okay, take the challenge. Okay, no problem. And you know what? If my disciple get attacked by other religious people, we don't tell them to attack them back. You know why? Well, if they go to the extent of attacking, like actually attacking my disciple, of course, my disciple will not be fighting back on his own. Because why? The whole lineage will kick their ass. That's why, right? We go in team battle. So, yep. So, okay. So, if you don't respect my religion, you don't respect Taoism, fine, go away. If you want to challenge, prepare to die. Basically, that's the kind of mindset. Okay? My question is about the commandment never disrespect your upper. I understand the basic manner to show respect, but I'm wondering if there's some other ways of being respectful that I need to know. Okay, never disrespect your upper is a big topic. Again, ask in class. Because these are like things I can talk 30 minutes, 40 minutes kind of thing. Okay, so ask in class. I have a lot more wisdom to tell you in class. If home already have deity statue, can I still practice my own Taoism? Okay, that's a very funny question. What is your own Taoism? I don't get it. Your own Taoism? Like you made it up yourself? Then I don't know how to answer you. That's not Taoism. And if you already have deity statue, are they like just a statue, or they're actually like consecrated magic stuff from other lineage? That's a big question. If you just have a statue, the statue is nothing but just a statue. It doesn't have anything inside. But if they're actually like opened, like they are consecrated by someone of other lineage, well, they might have spirits inside, or they have their own god inside. Now that's another thing. So make sure you know what you're asking. If they are already like the real statue that got like magic work done, and you want to have an altar, like for example, if you're in our lineage here and you want to build our altar in that house, while there's an other altar of other lineage right there, they're gonna crash. Okay? It's gonna crash. So it's not gonna work. Okay? Last one. Can I practice with mobile altar or mobile altar in bedroom? Too much yang energy in the bedroom? First of all, you don't understand what is yang energy, so don't use that word. It's not like that. In the bedroom, okay, it's not good to have your altar there because of many good reasons. First of all, you burn incense. Okay? If you burn incense there all the time, it's going to get dusty. And it's not going to be good for your sleep. If you don't mind, okay, fine. Another thing, right? The bedroom might be somewhere that, people do other things. And then the altar is there watching you. You're changing your clothing, having sex with your wife or something like that. Okay? Or you're like doing something yourself. Okay? Well, you don't want a God to be looking at you and like, okay, what are you doing? Ooh, again? You don't want that to happen, right? So, yeah. Altar is best to put outside near somewhere in the living space that your altar can see the entrance and most part of your house. Okay? Why? Well, you want a God to be able to see those places so they can take care of those places. Okay? It's like you want a security guard, you put them near the entrance, the security guard can look at the door and help you, guard the door. Now, if you put the altar somewhere inside a room and lock it up, how can the altar actually look at those things and help you, right? So, it's a very simple to understand logic. Imagine it's like someone sitting at the altar. Do you want that someone to be like, enclosed in a room and not be able to see the outside? Well, how can they help you then, right? So don't put altar in the bedroom. Put the altar out in the exposed area, the more like common space area. That's the best. Okay. Now, the specifics of like where to put your altar. Okay, ask online if you're in the lineage, because we got to look at your place. You can like take a video, and we can look at your place and choose where is the best for you to put. Okay, so do not hesitate to ask. Okay, so wow, today a bit over time. So anyway, we will stop here, and thank you for the question. Okay, next time, remember to post them earlier. Don't post them like so late. And well, that's it for today. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Remember to subscribe and like, and also go to our website, teenagedragons.com, to get ordained and or initiated or whatever. Okay? So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.